talking. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the most special guest on my channel today. This is my dad, you guys, and I asked you guys if you wanted him to come onto the channel and talk about, you know, nutrition and diet and all that stuff, and you guys said yes. So give this video a thumbs up already just to welcome him onto the channel. So I don't, you know, they're gonna call you Baba Joanna, not okay. Baba Joanna, but his name is actually Robert Bob, but Baba Joanna is fine. So my dad, like I keep saying, guys, he knows everything. He knows a lot when it comes to nutrition. He's a health and wellness coach and educator and nutritional evangelist. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we're first going to start with elimination, like things people should remove from their diet, and why they should remove them from their diet.
Okay, before we go to elimination, talk about diet, I think it is important to say why people should actually be very keen on what they eat.
Good point.
Yes, and I think the reason why people should be very keen on what they eat is if you don't eat the right food, you're most likely going to get sick. And when you get sick, you're going to go to the doctor, and you will start what I would say a slippery slope. You know, your health is not going to be good.
Yeah.
So you should eat well so that you help your body to be able to cure itself, to be able to heal itself, because the body has this inbuilt ability to heal itself. It's only that we don't give it a chance. It's only that we eat the wrong type of food. Yes, so that's, I think, an important thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Why we need to eat the right food.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think also when you eat the right food, as we've been experiencing, you feel more energetic. Right. You feel you're more productive.
Yes, you're more
you even sleep better.
Correct. Yes, you do. You sleep much better.
Yeah.
Yes, you sleep much better. You have more energy, even mental energy.
Yes.
You're able to accomplish a lot in a short time.
Yeah.
Right. And again, also some sort of a disclaimer. You know, in nutrition, when people in nutrition, there is a lot of disagreement in nutrition. It's like football. If I support whatever team I support, which by the way I don't support a team, but let's say I support Man U, okay, and you support Chelsea. You know, I can never convince you that Man U is better. So it's like this with nutrition as well, or like politics.
Yeah.
You know, if you support this candidate or this party and another person,
it's almost impossible to convince someone.
So that's a disclaimer.
Yeah.
So all these things that we are saying here, there's somebody who has another school of thought who is going to say this is crap.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least if you don't have an opinion, then we're giving you the knowledge to.
Even if you have an opinion, it is always good to have an open mind.
Okay. Yes.
You see?
True. Okay. So now tell us what we should eliminate from our diet.
Very good. Now, I think that the number one thing that we should eliminate from our diet is sugar. I don't think this is new.
Yeah.
I'm sure your viewers have heard this, but the number one thing that we should eliminate from our diet is sugar. Now, when we talk about sugar, we are not just talking about the sugar that is on the table. True, I think you should start by removing the sugar from the table.
The one for tea.
The one for tea, the one for adding to your tea or adding to, I don't know, your cake, uji or whatever.
Yeah.
So that is the one you should start with. But then that's just the beginning. There is a lot of what is called hidden sugar, or what is known as hidden sugar. You know, you find sugar even in fruits. You find sugar for example, in milk. You know, in the form of lactose. For instance, you find sugar in a lot of things. Now, I am not saying that you stop eating fruits or you stop drinking milk. The sugar that you actually have to think about a lot is the sugar that is added in foods that we buy from supermarkets. You know, food that has been made in factories, food that has been processed, they add a lot of sugar. So that is where we have to that is the sugar that we have to remove. So for instance, if you are buying yogurt, don't buy the yogurt that has sugar. Read the label. Buy yogurt that is natural, plain natural yogurt that has no sugar, has no added colors, because also the added food colors are not
sugar.
Okay, they don't have sugar, but they're not good. Yeah, so just get the natural one. Or even better, you make yours at home. It's pretty easy to make yogurt at home. Sugar, you will find it even in things like tomato paste, ketchup. You will find it there. You will find it in so many things. You will find it even in, for instance, breakfast cereals. You will find that they have added sugar. They have added sugar even in chocolate. So a very good thing would be to read the labels and see if something has added sugar. You stop taking that one. You don't use that one, especially because also the type of sugar they add is what they call high fructose corn syrup, which is 100% fructose. So we shouldn't be taking that much.
Okay, sugar. But now I have a question.
Right.
Why? Like, what does sugar do that's so bad that we should cut out sugar?
Should cut it out. Now, the thing that sugar does, and sugar is not the only thing that does this. The sugar raises your glucose, which raises your insulin. Okay? So because when you have glucose in your body, when you ingest sugar, then you have a lot of sugar in your body, in your blood, and insulin. Your body secretes insulin to be able to remove that sugar from your blood, because the blood has only to have a certain amount of sugar in the blood. Now, the thing is this, that when you get used to eating sugar, your glucose, your blood sugar is high, and your insulin, your body secretes insulin, more and more insulin. So you get you get to a point where now you become insulin resistant, as in your body is producing insulin, but the insulin is not able to clear all the sugar that is in your body. Okay?
Yeah.
And therefore now you have your insulin resistance. And when you're insulin resistant, your body keeps producing more insulin, because your body keeps thinking that you don't have enough insulin to remove the sugar from the body. Yeah, so like that. So you eat sugar, your body produces insulin, and you eat more sugar, your body produces more insulin. So you become insulin resistant, and when you become insulin resistant, your body produces even more insulin.
So what's the bad thing?
The bad thing is that insulin is the thing that makes you fat, because insulin is a hormone that is going to store fat. It is a hormone that actually is going to store fat. So that is the main thing. And then eventually, after you have been eating, you've been eating sugar for long, then you're going to become diabetic. And if you are not treated, like many Kenyans are not treated, you're going to have kidney problems, you're going to have eye problems, you're going to have problems with your feet and all that. Sugar is very toxic. That's the thing.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Sugar is very toxic. So if you actually removed sugar, something like 50% of your problems, of your health problems, would be gone.
Wow.
Sugar.
If you eliminate sugar, you've made a huge step towards improving your health.
Yeah, and it's not a very easy thing. Because we have become addicted to sugar, you see. So it's not a very easy thing. But the way one can actually start eliminating sugar is by taking small steps. So you can say, for instance, you will stop adding sugar to your tea, for instance, or to your uji, or to your cereals when you're eating your cereals.
Yeah.
So after you have managed to accomplish that, you give yourself, maybe a week. After you have accomplished that, then you can go to another one. You say, maybe now I'm going to be buying yogurt that is plain yogurt, that doesn't have sugar added to it. Or that now I am going to stop taking tomato paste or tomato sauce,
ketchup,
ketchup, stuff like that.
Slowly by slowly.
Yeah, slowly by slowly. It has to be slowly by slowly.
Yeah, because if you attempt to just cut it off, you're more likely to just get back into it.
Yes.
Okay, now tell us another thing that we should eliminate.
The other thing,
or reduce at least.
Reduce or eliminate. But the other thing that we should actually eliminate from our diets is processed foods. Okay, processed foods. Now, when I say processed food, I mean all food.
Oh, that's your phone.
When I talk about processed foods, I mean foods that are not in their natural state. I mean food that has gone into a factory and has been processed. So here we are talking about flours, for example, wheat flour, maize flour. People, you might already start wondering, okay, if we don't eat flour, what are we going to eat? So flour, we knock that out of our list.
Milk, pasteurized milk.
Exactly.
Processed milk.
Processed milk, pasteurized milk, processed milk. You better buy raw milk. You're better off using raw milk. The one you buy from the shops there, from the milk bar.
Yeah.
So, and then other processed foods, especially the ones that come in packages. Anyway, anything that comes in packages, here we are talking about when you go to the supermarket, for instance, chocolate. We are talking about
junk food, the crisps,
yes,
and those two things.
Yes, all those things, all those processed foods. We are talking about also sausages, processed meats. We are talking about
ham, even
ham,
the ham.
all these things. Instead of eating those meats, those kind of meats, you eat fresh meat
from the butchery.
From the butchery, preferably actually from the butchery, not from the supermarket, from the butchery. So if you are able to cut out all these processed foods, then you would be making a great stride towards your health.
So what's wrong with the processed food? That's the question.
Okay, yeah, that's a question. Now, first, when they process, let's say like wheat or maize, to give us wheat flour or maize flour, what happens is that the process of processing removes most of the nutrients. Okay, so when they remove bran, they remove the germ, they remove the husk, they are removing a lot of nutrients there.
Okay, yeah.
They are removing protein from there, they are removing minerals, they are removing vitamins, and that is why you see now they have to add, if you look at your packet of unga or packet of unga,
fortified.
Now they have to fortify because they have removed everything. So and the thing that they are leaving you with is carbohydrates. They are leaving you with carbs alone. That is the one thing that is wrong with them. Then the other thing
basically you end up buying something that's useless, has no nutritional value whatsoever.
Or let's say has very little nutritional value. Yes. Okay. And then the other thing with the processed food is that they add sugar, which is not good.
Yeah.
Then they add fat, but more than fat, they add oil from vegetables. There's something wrong with the vegetable oils. I think we'll be able to mention that later.
Yeah.
So they add vegetable oils, and then they also add other things like something called MSG, monosodium glutamate, which is something that makes the food very tasty. Makes the food very tasty. Yes. So this is the problem with the processed food.
But what's wrong with the MSG?
Okay, now let's not talk about MSG now.
That's too much.
Yeah, no, it's not too much, but one of the things that it does, it makes you eat a lot. For instance, if you go to eat pizza, or when you go to eat pizza, you can just keep eating pizza and more pizza and more pizza. Part of that is because of the MSG.
And that was what was in the aromat.
Is it? Yes, that was what was in the aromat.
Which is banned now.
Yes, which is banned. That you also find, in fact, they have written there in Royco. Something like Royco, instead of buying, and I hope Nobody's going to sue me for mentioning names here.
No.
But instead of that, why don't you just buy, maybe fresh spices, and use fresh spices? Yes.
Okay. So sugar and processed food.
Sugar and processed food.
Hit us with something else.
Something else that you also would like to or would need to change from your diet is these vegetable oils. You know, vegetable oils that we are told are very healthy.
Yes.
They are cholesterol free.
Yeah.
They are low cholesterol or cholesterol free. Those are also things that you might want to change from your diet. Now, the main reason, the reason why you need to change that is because, there are two reasons. Number one is that they are high in omega-6 fats. Now, omega-6 fats cause inflammation. They are inflammation, and they are supposed to be balanced with the omega-3. Okay, omega-3 fats. Omega-3 fats, which you get from fish, and you also get from some other foods like chia seeds. Yeah, chia seeds. You get omega-3. So the problem here is that these oils have a lot of omega-6. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, what is called the smoking point for these oils is very low. You know, if you put the oil on the pan, by the time you crack your egg, the thing is already smoking.
Yeah. Now,
the problem with the smoking, or the problem with such a low smoking point, is that the oils oxidize. Now, that's another topic for another day. Okay, the oxidize basically means that the oil becomes toxic. So it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, so that is also something else that you have to remove from your diet. Yeah, to change from your diet, to change from those oils to other oils.
Like now, as we use ghee.
You can use ghee.
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil is also good.
Yeah.
Butter is also very good. But also animal fats, tallow, for example, from beef. Lard, from pigs. I know
that one I've always had a hard time. I think it smells bad and it tastes bad.
Yeah, but it's healthy. But you don't have to go that far.
Yeah.
I think ghee, for example, is good enough. Coconut oil is extremely good.
Yeah.
We talk about wheat.
Bit.
Now, wheat is the other thing that if you remove from your diet, you will have solved another huge chunk of your health problems. Now, the problem with the wheat, and people say that, look, what's wrong with our wheat? We have been eating wheat for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, wheat is even mentioned in the Bible. Although the bread they were eating unleavened. It was, in some cases, it was barley wheat. Barley wheat. Not barley wheat, it was barley. Barley is what they were eating. But even now, barley still has gluten.
So the thing in wheat that we're talking about is gluten.
But the problem with our wheat now, today, is that it has been changed. It is not the wheat that they used to eat even 100 years ago. In the 50s, there was some sort of green revolution. There was a guy, I forget his name, and he actually won a Nobel Prize. He started changing, crossbreeding wheat. Now the kind of wheat we have is what is called a dwarf variety. Dwarf variety or semi-dwarf variety, because they wanted it to yield more, to feed more people. So the wheat that we eat now is different from what
they used to
eat those days. The main problem with wheat is actually that thing called gluten, that protein called gluten, or that molecule called gluten, which many people are not able to digest. Many people are not able to digest. And the problem with gluten is that it causes intestinal permeability. That means that your intestines, it is able to get through perforate your intestines
and get
very, very tiny. You can't see with your eyes, but very tiny. So it is able to pass through your intestines and get into your bloodstream. And when it gets into your bloodstream, then your body produces your body reads this as an enemy, and therefore it prepares to attack. So you get what is called autoimmune disease. Yes, you get autoimmune disease,
which is like hypothyroidism.
Yes, hypothyroidism. But even you will have problem with your maybe skin.
Oh, okay. Acne.
Yeah. And other problems.
Yeah.
So if you actually stayed away from wheat, and this is in addition to
sugar
spiking your glucose, body glucose, blood glucose, and
So this is commonly known as leaky gut.
Commonly known as leaky gut.
Yeah,
leaky gut.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is the other thing that you have to, if you can again
remove or at least reduce. Because it takes so much weight.
So much.
Even us, we used to take bread every single morning for years.
Imagine you're taking bread in the morning, bread at 10 o'clock.
Break
bread at lunch, and then
chapo, then dinner.
Terrible.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So if you can reduce that, at least maybe keep it to Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, because again, you have to have balance. So don't have to cut out and you never have pizza and anything like that.
And these things, once in a while, even ice cream, once in a while, indulge. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is making them your staple.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, I know this video is already a bit long, but can we now just talk about what to add, a few things that they can add to their diet on top of, because elimination is not enough. Well, it's enough for you not to get sick and but now how can we take our health to the next level?
Okay, now